welcome to The Reliables here on the Zombie Orpheus Entertainment channel on Twitch, brought to you in partnership with Pinnacle Entertainment Group. As it says at the bottom of the screen, I am James Durham. I really am. I'm
America's
not a clone.
Stepdad.
Yes, I am America's stepdad. Thank you very much.
I feel like I need to go mow the lawn now.
You do need to mow the
I'm going to
lawn.
be grounded.
You're not my real dad.
No. All of these things are true. But now that you've met me and heard some really terrible jokes, let's meet some of the people who tell these really terrible jokes and are on this show. Start with Christian Doyle over here. Christian Doyle plays Jonah Mox on our lovely series, The Reliables.
If we can switch the camera to him.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
that's,
look at me.
that's him. Yep.
Camera doesn't need to be on me for them to know.
Now, Jonah Mox is on parole to the team and just kind of started to like it just a little bit, maybe.
This much.
That much?
This much.
Yeah.
I still will escape. You'll see.
And he's
in that
he's
case.
even started to warm up with the next person I'm going to introduce, which is
Don't kill
Sean
this guy.
Franklin plays John Stone, team leader, overseeing Jonah Mox's parole, and very recently do some adventures together, maybe even warming up to the Dimensional Thief, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Totally tried to kiss me.
Well,
I didn't see that
never
part.
happened. It was a dream I had.
Oh, okay. That tracks.
Twice.
And of course, we've also got Xander Layden, who plays Paul, perhaps the smartest being in the entirety of all dimensions, and 9 feet of living rock.
Yeah.
Paul.
free bird.
Together, they are the Reliables, making the universe a better place, one mistake at a time.
Dun dun dun.
Hey, and you know what the Reliables also is? It's the most interactive live stream RPG show.
True that.
Probably.
That
So we
means
designed
you.
it exactly that way.
You, right there. You. Yes, you. No, the other one. Yeah, you. You can change how things are happening right here, live, and real time. And, I'm going to let Sean tell you a little bit about how you can do that.
Oh, right.
Actually, we need to know everything, Sean.
Yeah, this is the
Tell us
part where
everything.
we kind of explain how this works. So you interact, you gain the ability to influence the show by buying some things in our store because we got to run this operation somehow.
Yeah, kids to feed.
We got to keep the GM in Hawaiian shirts. So we have things in our store. If you see it at our Stray Logic store, you can see that there are several things. One of them, for example, is Shout. That's $5. Shout. What is Shout?
You can say something over the computer and it'll read out loud to us.
So you can let it all out.
Yep. If you need to give a player a hint because he desperately has missed a plot point, that's $5. That'll help with that.
Yes.
That's $5.
Now,
baby.
granted, we try to be smart enough for that not to be an issue,
Yes.
but it almost never works.
So Shout.
They miss everything.
Shout.
Let it all out.
Let it all out. These are the anyway. Next.
Come on.
Where's the next one? A Bernie saved is a Bernie earned. They keep changing names of these, but they're the same things. I
Benny.
noticed
It's
that.
Benny.
I kind of
Benny?
like Bernie,
Yeah,
though.
but I mean, a Bernie saved is a Bernie earned. But
The Hawaiian shirt made me think of Bernie, the weekend. Anyway, Benny saved,
Wow.
Benny earned. So what's a Benny? So Benny's a benefit, hence the name Benny. And that goes to help us who might need to pull off some kind of special stunt, like soaking up damage from a roll. Like if you get
the,
really hurt.
the only way you can soak damage in this game is by spending a Benny.
Yes, indeed. That's very helpful for us. We have personal bennies, but we need more. And so if you give us more, we can do more. The more bennies we have, the crazier and more reckless we can be, frankly. It also helps us move along the slider if we have to. We have a slider that indicates how close we are to our avatar character, which is who we're inhabiting, and our pilot character, who we really are inside. Yes.
Oh.
What's the next one there?
Just very well said.
Oh, thank you. Jam the Works. Oh, no. See, now...
We don't even need to tell you about this. There's 7 of them in the store currently.
You don't
we
want
don't
those.
need more.
No.
But, we'll take more if you got
7?
them.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there are currently 7.
That's a lot of James.
All right, it's called Jam the Works because Jam is short for James, because he didn't deserve to have his name spelled out fully. He's that awful.
You'll earn
But
it eventually.
it allows him to do bad things to us. That's all you need to know. So don't buy anymore. He has enough of those. What's the name? Personality Reorder.
Mm-hmm.
So, is that like what I think it is?
Yeah, that's they can pay for that, pick a character, and they can move that character anywhere they want on the slider.
Yes, the aforementioned slider indicates how close we are to one character or the other. You get to actually manipulate that with a personality reorder. So that's the
For
interactive
good
part.
or evil. I encourage for evil.
Shut up, James. Nobody asked you. What's the next one? Win, lose, or
Win,
what?
lose, or draw. That's your redraw on initiative.
Fantastic. Initiative, of course, says who goes first. If we have a bad pull, we end up being last. We really want to go first. That enables us to try our luck again. Maybe we can get higher in the pecking order.
Yeah.
All right.
Shocker.
Shocker on the shock. What?
Shocker on Shock Street.
Shocker on Shock Street. That's a weird.
It's a great
Shocker
book.
on Shock Street. Sure. Why not? System shock is what we used to call it. Shocker on Shock Street. Why not? That means that we all get jolted. That gives James the power to adjust all three of us and move us on a slider at random. We don't even know where we're going to land. No control in our hands at all. That's what that does.
Nothing about our hands.
What else does it say on that board that's so far away that I can barely read it from here?
Dance, magic dance.
Dance, magic dance. Yes. So it's yeah. You pay to make us
The
dance.
side effect of the show.
Often a side effect of the Shocker on Shock Street.
That does happen. We end up dancing to. We have a whole store full of music. We only seem to ever use one of those songs. But we have a lot of sound effects and music to our expense, and then we all end up dancing, including the GM. So if you want to see him sweat for a change,
Yeah, he is the best dancer of all of us too, which is pretty sad.
yes, that's why we're the Hawaiian.
Wow,
shirt
the
all
bar
time.
is very low then.
Yeah, no, we know that.
All right, what's next on that board of squiggles?
Ooh, story time.
Story time, yes. Story time. You want to hear a story? You want to hear a story?
Yeah?
Pay for it. You pay for it, and then the character of your choice. Is that when inner dialogue
Yeah,
story?
they basically it's a story about that character's past if they want to hear about something specific. It's
Yeah.
basically a way to put us on the spot and make us make up shit like right now.
Indeed. So if you want to hear us, make up some stuff at random, like we don't already do that.
It's similar but not the same as a reliable source. Our
What's a
next
reliable
story.
source?
Yeah, which is where we comment in character as if we are in a reality show confessional at the exact moment that things are actually happening in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really nice way to lay the situation out the way it is, and slightly cheaper than story time.
And Christian does love getting paid to complain, so
Oh, like you would not believe. It's 100% true.
And then there's getting an edge something.
Getting education. That's
Oh,
what
education.
It's the edgelord. Yeah, it gives jams an edge to use against us.
No, don't. Why do they do that?
Some viewers like to troll the players instead of helping them.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Get out. What? No, not our viewers. They would never do that.
They don't do it when you're on the show. They like you best.
Good. They should. And then there's Rule of Cool. Rule of Cool is fantastic. So Rule of Cool is used in the midst of a high stakes situation when there's action about. We get the ability to pull off some of the most ridiculous, physics be damned, logic be damned things that we could possibly do. We each get the opportunity to petition for a really, really cool way that we want to solve this conundrum we're in, this dangerous situation. And then there's a vote by you, the viewers, to see who gets the best idea put forward. We all get to try our other ideas, failing miserably, because that's how Rule of Cool works. But the person who wins the vote gets the spectacular bonus and gets to have it go down like they said. And it's always quite spectacular.
It's really funny though because everybody else has to try and do the stupid thing that they were going to try and do anyway when physics was going to work in their
Said that.
favor. That's my favorite part of it is watching everybody else flounder about with their
Yes.
-12 penalties on their rolls.
And if it's
Yes.
30 actions, it just goes
Yeah,
on.
that's just a -60 you got. You're going to be in some trouble.
Fantastic. And Hack Attack. See, the ones at the bottom I can read much better. I think it's the screen. The monitor is weird. But Hack Attack, yeah. So you folks get to hack our show. That's right. You get to make things happen that don't even necessarily make any sense. Like, why would that appear out of nowhere? Why would these NPCs suddenly, do the Thriller dance? Why would they be a flash mob of hugging octopi in the middle of Grand Central Terminal? I don't know, because you guys said so. There are a few stipulations into what you can't do. I think there's one other thing you cannot do.
You can't wish for more wishes. You can't make
Yeah,
anybody
they come
fall
back
in
from the dead.
love.
Yeah.
And you can't
bring
kill
anyone
anyone,
back from
right?
the
Yes.
dead.
Or bring
Yes.
people back from the dead.
Yeah.
Exactly
I
right.
don't like doing it.
So with a little bit of screening by the GM, you can make almost anything happen.
And we've had some
We've
interesting
had
ones.
some doozies on this show. We've
Yes.
given characters permanent superpowers. We've brought in more than one vehicle to life.
Yes, from slushy machines to stagecoaches.
So
Tidal wave advance.
we had so
Sounds
many
wild.
floods.
Lots of floods.
Yeah.
I believe there was one that included beavers and bushes as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that was
I remember that. That was a while ago.
a very, very
They made
innuendo
the,
heavy.
they made the whole show go
It's
sideways.
a great game. Yeah.
I'm assuming Helen was
B&B.
involved. That makes sense to
Ellen
me.
was involved.
Yes. Yes, that's so.
All right.
And that's our store.
That's
That's
it.
the store.
And
Thank
that is
you.
the store.
I done good, boss.
You did good.
Great.
I done good.
Thank you, Sean. And hey, you know what else we got to talk
Yep.
about?
Here on the Reliables, we play Savage Worlds Adventure Edition by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. We love this game. It's a good, just base role-playing game. If there's any kind of system or world you've ever wanted to play in, train. Savage Worlds gives you the ability to do that. It's based on a very, very simple concept of the bigger the dice, the better chance you have. And it tends to work out that way. Every character gets a wild die that they get to roll with their highest die. If you get the highest number on that die, it explodes and you add it to the number, meaning on a 6-sided dice, you can, end up with a 1 or you could end up with a 40. It just depends on how many times you can roll it. For initiative, what we use is cards. Highest card gets to go first, lowest card goes last. It's a very, very simple system and it keeps the action very, very crisp. All in all, Savage Worlds is fast, fun, and furious. Back to you, Jams.
Thank you, Christian. Hey, and like Sean mentioned previously, this episode's going to include pilots and avatars. Now, avatars are people of temporal significance within the dimension or world that they're in, and the pilots are the people that are occupying their bodies with them, sharing a little bit of space, as it were. And we can use a little slider at the bottom of the screen that tells you who happens to be
Red
in
Rocket.
charge of that body. Yep.
Red Rocket!
If the slider is pointing at the A for avatar, the avatar is in charge. If it's pointing at the P for pilot, the pilot's in charge. And if it's in the middle, the personalities are mixed. And this is the game effect that you will use whichever character sheet it happens to be pointed at. Except if it's in the middle, you get to use both. Just the personality conflict means there's a little bit of a penalty involved with all that wonderful, wonderful diversity. And that's pilots and avatars. Now, where were we last week? Did you just crash a ship into a harbor?
Yeah, you put us in a superhero world where aliens had taken over everything.
That's right.
And killed all the superheroes. So we're playing basically low-level supervillains that are trying to escape being executed at any moment while trying to figure out who's killing off all of the avatars in this world.
That's right, because just very recently, someone has become much more successful at hunting down these supervillains that are resisting.
Basically,
the
every
regime.
world we go to, there's just murdered avatars everywhere, and this one's
Yeah.
no different. Unfortunately, our investigation has proven less than fruitful thus far because we've basically just been fighting bad guys the entire time we've been here.
Yeah,
Are we
probably not the
fighting
best
good
way to-
guys because we're bad guys? I haven't quite figured that out yet.
We don't ask or answer moral questions in this show. That's not something we do.
No, that's never been a part of your storytelling, has it?
No, morals have nothing to do
Never.
with anything. No,
You
not
are a
on this
liar,
show.
sir. You're a liar, liar, liar.
So the ship is floating and slowly sinking in the harbor near the docks that you are aboard. Humongous hanging on to the outside.
Right, so yeah, whose avatars remind me again? Who are our avatars?
Oh, who are avatars? We should talk about our
just real
avatars.
quick.
Just real quick. Well, we've got Sam Tex, who's being piloted by Jonah Mox over there. Sam Tex is a not Texan, but cowboy-themed
Yeah,
character.
he's-
Expert in explosives and can actually create explosions with his superpowers.
Yeah, no, I
That's what
based
he
this.
does.
I based the power set essentially on. I wanted him to be like a reskinned kind of Green Goblin type character, except instead of a Goblin glider, he has a rocket-powered hobby horse, and he can shoot explosives.
Yes. And where is Sam Tex from originally?
Baltimore,
Yep.
Yes.
That sounds
Connecticut,
right.
somewhere,
Yeah.
somewhere
Rhode Island.
somewhere northeastern.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Very much not Texas.
No, never even been.
And we've, got John Stone piloting the Skull, one of the most notorious assassins in all of the world, an expert in every single form of martial arts and weapon on the planet,
yes.
a master of disguise,
Yes.
very, very mysterious, and an interesting killer.
Not looking very Scully right now, but I will be. And as soon as he starts reading stuff, I'll get all sculled up for you. But yes, a master of all kinds of killing styles.
I think you were having some very personal discussions last week as the skull. Yeah.
Because Scully is introspective, actually.
Opening up a little bit.
When you kill enough people, you begin to look at life a little differently. Nothing puts you in touch with your own morality like taking the morality of others.
Can confirm. And we've got Paul piloting Subject B, aka Humongous.
Wait, pause, I'm sorry. Come back to me for a second. I screwed up something I said. Nothing puts you more in touch with your own mortality than taking the mortality of others. Now you can go back to him.
Yeah, sure. Yes, Subject B, aka Humongous, was, as we've heard many times in the previous episode, created in a lab. Doesn't need anyone.
Creating a lab?
Yeah, created in a lab. No family.
No family.
You have no family?
No
You
family.
must be pretty self-reliant. then.
You must be
Self-reliant.
pretty self-reliant.
Yeah. Nearly invulnerable, not the sharpest tool in the shed, however, and not ever particularly well socialized. Humongous is kind of a tragic figure, and that never intentionally a supervillain. Just a lot of severe misunderstandings. It's hard being Humongous.
Yeah. Cool.
It sure is. I was going for Opie, Arrested Development. The director, you know, Ron Howard.
Well, now. The ship is gradually sinking into the harbor waters, and just before this, you had that brief flash of momentary brilliance, Samtex, that if you want to know something in this town, Willie the Fish is the guy to go see. Not that he ever does any favors for free.
Well, we'll try and put this ship down somewhere where we can make a break for it close to there then.
At the moment, it's in the water and sinking.
Perfect. His name is Willie the Fish. Are we close?
Well, he is known to control the docks, which is where you happen to be.
Oh, yeah. Let's make a break for the docks. Can we all swim?
Humongous never learned. Only dog paddles.
Humongous does not swim. I only dog paddle.
Okay.
It will be slow.
Can you just hold your breath and maybe walk along the bottom?
Maybe. I will try.
I believe in you, man.
And
You
down
gotta go under the water, though.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to get his hair wet.
What's the hat?
You're only about neck deep in the water due to your enormous size, but still holding your breath and your nose as you march along.
That's a great point, Merc. Where are we on the slider right now? Any
That is a
ideas?
good question. Let's see where we are on the sliders, guys.
I was waiting for him to read his stuff so I could switch
Oh.
over to him.
Well, I read my stuff.
I didn't see you read a darn thing. You start talking to the camera and you didn't usually read a long intro and then we switch and we didn't.
Oh,
do it
do you need a minute?
I needed a minute. And you guys didn't. I feel bad now.
No, it's fine. Don't even worry about it. We can give you that minute. That's
Yeah.
not the issue.
Yeah, we can give you a minute.
Yeah, look at this two-shot, me and James.
At least 30 seconds.
We got stuff to talk about.
I will just gaze longingly into your eyes.
And I will gaze longingly into yours. Although we do have to take the camera off him for that to be
Yeah.
effective, Mark.
Too bad Bleo isn't here.
Right? Always knows what's going on. I'm like, look over there.
It's true. We miss you, Leo.
Yes, indeed.
There we go. See, look. Now you got all the time in the world, all the time that you need. So, this Willie the Fish guy,
Yes.
what's his deal? Like,
Well,
he
before
controls
the-
the docks. Is he like a mob dude? Or?
Yeah, before the invasion, he was a rather notorious, underworld figure. Kind of ruled all of crime, as it were.
Okay, kind of a
You might even
kingpin
call him,
figure.
a kingpin. Yeah.
All right.
But regime change, there's always still criminal enterprises to run. Extortion, smuggling, racketeering. All the fun stuff is still around.
So even though, like, these aliens are trying to enslave and or kill all of humanity, he's still just doing business.
Still just doing business.
Ooh.
Now things changed a little, of course, but still doing business.
All right.
Oh, a lot of humanity is completely and willingly cooperating with this alien regime.
Do any of us know him?
Know of him. No real personal interactions.
Because we're not big enough movers and or shakers to really. I mean, we're like we are literally the lowest tier of supervillain. We're like dudes that Spider-Man has fought maybe once.
Yeah, we're dealing with someone like Willie the Fish in the past. Someone, had someone have someone else pay you to work for them.
Mm-hmm. And really, the only superhero that Sam has ever fought is his arch nemesis, Tony Express.
Yes, Tony Express, who died along with all the other superheroes.
Mm-hmm. Suckers.
Tricked by the alien invaders.
All right, so I guess we just try and get as close to his territory as we can get before stealthily climbing out of the water with a 9-foot tall dude and a scary guy dressed as a teddy bear.
Well, due to the dangerous area that the docks happens to be, it's not particularly well patrolled by the Visori or any of their thin hench people. It tends to be fairly open, except when they're receiving shipments, in which case, they bring in entire garrisons of troops to monitor one boat.
All right.
Tell Humongous when he can open
For God's
eyes.
sake, Mungus! Oh, you can breathe. As long as your head is above the water. Why don't you know that?
He can.
You can breathe right now. Right now you can.
Fresh air.
How long were you holding your breath, dude? Okay, I know. You know what? Never mind. It's fine. Let's just...
But before we, pursue Mr. William Fishman, I think we need to establish something here. So you referred to me as a guy dressed in a teddy bear costume, and I find that not just inaccurate but offensive. So in order to avoid having such kerfuffles between us, I think I should let you know what this is about.
Please do. I am all ears.
First of all, being an assassin, I am a master of disguise. Okay? It allows me to get close up on the prey without them suspecting, which is why sometimes I even wear spectacles. You never expect death to come from a bespectacled man, number one. Number two, as we talked about before, my father was actually quite supportive. I don't have daddy issues. It was with my mother. My mother really never cared for me. Never seemed to be encouraged to spend time with me or to, really talk about me in positive manners. So, one thing that we know people fear are bears, right?
Yeah.
And bears are known, although it's not accurate, to give bear hugs in order to kill. Now, bears don't really hug, really, in order to kill. That's a misnomer. But mama bears are known to be very, very protective of their children, their cubs. You getting where I'm going with this?
I think so, yeah.
Since
And,
my mother never actually hugged me, I am being hugged, kind of metaphorically by my mama bear, right? While at the same time encompassing something that other people fear. And that is why I often don the persona of a bear. It's not a teddy bear, okay? It's a fearsome...
and I was way off base with that, and I realize that now. I assume that I was thrown off by the heart-shaped nose and the little rain cloud on your tummy.
Okay, well, so the rain cloud is a reference to the inner turmoil within myself because I am conflicted by the fact that I am one who craves love and yet takes the lives of those who are loved by other people.
Okay, I think the coast is close.
So,
5 minutes. That is
That's how long you were holding your
Humongous
breath.
was holding breath.
Okay, yes.
okay.
So you were mentioning Master of Disguise.
Indeed, yes.
Can you get us through the docks?
Now, do we want to go through or just want to meet somebody there?
Well, I mean, we have to figure out where this Willie Fishman is, and get to him. But we do have to get through the docks without getting noticed.
Fantastic. All we have to do is dress as dock workers. Simple enough. We find some basically pretty average clothes and maybe some high visibility vests, and we walk around like we know what we're talking about. You know, just kind of act dockish. Like, hey, going down to docks later. Hey, see you at the docks.
So
Hey.
can we do that then?
Oh yeah, it's easy.
Show me.
Okay, you see those guys over there at
Uh-huh.
the end? Okay, we just sneak up on them, which is easy because you know you and I. Not so much for him. You can stay here, but we can get some of their clothes.
You know, I'm wearing a tie-dye cowboy shirt and a 10-gallon hat and carrying around a metallic hobby horse.
All right, jumpsuit for you. Right. You can what do we do? We can disguise you as a Sealand container. And it's a large thing. You put stuff in it. It's big. And you put stuff in it. It's
Humongous will contain.
yeah. Not really. You're gonna look like.
I will carry fish in belly.
How about it being a pylon? He could be a. He could like hold the dock up.
I'm pretty sure pylons are stationary. Now I'm no
leave him here.
longshoreman.
We leave him here.
We can't. No, we got to take him with us.
We have
You
to.
would have to
Yeah.
construct additional pylons.
Okay, so he knows about architecture. That's something, I suppose.
All right.
How did we ever end up in prison? I ask myself every day. Okay.
All right. First things first. Disguise is for us. We'll figure out the rest as we go.
All right.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Everything's gonna be fine. We're not gonna die.
During the course of this conversation, the skull has, very nonchalantly walked up to, killed and taken the uniforms of dock workers.
And there you go. Well, but never stopping.
Never
talking
stopping the
about-
conversation.
Yeah.
Very clean.
Yes. You know, playing dead doesn't always work for everybody.
Oh, no,
You know,
I
sometimes you have to actually stand up to a bear. You know, it really depends, right? And so sometimes there's just a thing where they will, be put off by a certain scent, right?
Yeah. Oh, that guy
and-
shit his pants. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And while they say they can smell fear, what they're smelling is adrenaline, right? Heightened, which is, accelerated by the fearful state. It's not the emotion that they smell, it's the chemical change in your body. Yeah. Oh, I should. Okay.
Great disguises.
This is fine like this?
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to cover up my thick Texas accent.
Okay, so maybe talk as if everything is a big deal. Hey, how you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Here's some towards the hashtag memory so that we may, indeed, construct additional pylons. Also, John Mox and Paul are full pilot.
That's good to know.
I get a shot of those sliders real quick and remind everyone exactly where they're at on that show.
Hey, all right, we are full pilot.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
Yep.
I'm full avatar. All right.
everything's fine.
Don't gotta be smart.
Thank you, continuity person.
A little bit of continuity.
If only Bleo were here, we would have known that. But, oh well.
And Jonah Monks, the skull's efficiency with the knife is
It's not bad. It's
pretty great.
That's not bad at all. Just, it's really good.
Got
Really
some
good.
talent.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Okay, so
Okay.
what about a rolly cart?
We're gonna wheel him around?
Yeah, just throw a tarp over him on a flat, like, one of those Costco flatbed rolly carts. And he's just something we're taking out of the,
That could work. I should be able to
Oh,
fit in
thank
one.
God it's you.
That's right, it's Paul, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
right.
I forgot what pilot meant for a second there.
Been there, bud.
Yep.
Obviously.
Oh, yeah, pilot. So yeah, yeah.
And not pylon.
So yeah, that's about the only way I think we're gonna hide you.
Well, just keep me updated with anything I should know, I suppose. I could create some eye holes in any container that I'm in, though. That would probably be enough. And this body could break out of anything in a fraction of a second. Might as well be in paper, so it's not really a limitation. I like this plan.
All right, then we're agreed. Let's get a dolly and a tarp. If only we had a Holocaust cloak.
You get moving in no time, and just passing by groups of people working and warehouse operations going on. Yeah, you hear that a lot.
No, I'm saying it a lot. Like that's those are the instructions I was given. Hey!
Forklifts driving through, trucks with loaded down, taking off or arriving.
A lot of guys named Sal.
Mm-hmm. I've decided that my character's name is Sal.
Oh.
My dock worker character.
I'm Sully.
Oh, I should have picked Sully. Sully is way better.
And you reach a point where you're very surprised at this, how possibly a criminal enterprise could remain hidden, as there's clearly no dock workers around a group of warehousers and only men in suits carrying guns.
Oh yeah, that's the spot.
So, but somehow never detected by local authorities.
Yeah, I'm just gonna head straight there. I'm not asking any questions. I'm like, okay, that is the spot. General Moxon knows underworld operations. When he sees them, he's a scumbag.
And there you have before you several different warehouses. There are armed men on rooftops and on the ground. And something to note there, the skull, you noticed that those weapons are killing. Those are hero killer models. Something that came out in the last few years before the invasion, designed specifically to take down superpowered beings, even really strong, tough ones. They are very deadly weapons.
Huh. Deadly in what way? Like they're just,
Incredibly powerful. Way overkill
They
for finding
can
a
hurt
bigger-
humongous. That's what it means.
What? Why would anybody want to hurt humongous?
I'll need to study these weapons.
Yeah.
I say muffled from inside of this thing that I'm solid
I need you
snake
to help
on.
me make that gun when we get back to the ship.
I will memorize the layout.
Oh, not one of those. Those are too big.
Right.
So, being a master of weapons, I like to look at them, study them, see if I
You've
can
used them
understand.
before.
Oh, I've used them before.
Oh yeah, when you've got contracts to take down superpowered beings, they're a
Oh.
favorite weapon because they do the job.
Can I take one?
Oh, you'd have to take one from one of those armed individuals, which might be picking a fight with people you're trying to talk to.
How well? Oh, yeah, true. I'm trying to talk to them.
Remember, if these are Willie the Fish's guards, we want to not provoke them into killing us.
Good point. Good point.
And as you get closer to these warehouses, you can tell that some of them are definitely shadowing you and following you and looking at you rather curious. As no one else dressed like a dock worker is coming anywhere near these warehouses.
Especially not wheeling a small car-sized lump of
Yes.
canvas. All right, well, off we go. Just stay in the course until we get to the door if we can. I assume we'll get stopped before then.
You get closer and closer to one of these warehouses, and then you can see they started to gather up and take nice tactical positions, some of them overhead, and they're less shattering and now more pointing these guns at you.
At us? Mm-hmm. Little us?
Yeah.
Man.
No, don't worry, guys.
Is that supposed to mean something?
I have no idea. We're here to see Willie.
Hey. Yeah. Well, why the hostilities there? We're just working here. We're working Joes, working stiffs.
We're not. No, we're pretending to be workers. We work for the Resistance. We need a favor. This is the spot, right?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Good. So can we see Willie?
I don't know what you're talking about, but wait right here.
Okay. We will continue to find new subjects to think about until you get back.
A few minutes of very tense with guns pointed at you pass. And he returns. You can go in, but you gotta leave your guns outside.
Sure.
Like all of them?
Like all of them. And what's in the cot?
In the what?
The cot.
Oh. Well, I mean, are we in a place where I can show you that? Where Willie wouldn't get mad if I just tore the top off and it was something maybe he didn't want people to see?
Is it a bomb?
No. Not even ordnance. What? You didn't scan it?
It's not a bomb?
It's organic.
You don't want to be looking under there, man. I mean,
If we brought a bomb that big, it wouldn't matter how far away we were from your building. You know, that's how explosives work.
If Willie knew you were snooping around his shipment and you had interest in them, I don't think he'd be happy about
Say
it.
we've got a shipment. Okay, I've got to remember that story now.
Just leave the guns and go inside.
See, I got him to not look under there. That's the point, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Can I
It would
come
have been
out?
really funny if you would have
yet?
taken off the tarp and you might as well. I don't think that would have been really funny for me.
Are we clear? Can I come out?
Let's wait till we get inside the warehouse, okay?
They roll open the doors, you wheel Humongous in.
It's a loud door. Sounds like a train when
Yeah,
they
it
roll
does.
it up.
And then close it up behind you.
Okay,
Though a
Mongus.
warehouse on the exterior, it is definitely not a warehouse inside. There are couches, a pool table, television sets, a full bar set up.
Okay. Mungus, inside manners, okay?
Yes.
Wait, Paul.
No, he's still.
Inside manners, okay?
Yes, I'm humongous, a brute. Ah.
I'm sitting on a far side of the room in a very, very lovely and oversized leather chair. As a shaven-headed, pretty big, burly guy.
That's gotta be Willie, right?
Well, you possibly. I mean, I've never seen no picture of Willie.
There's just pictures of underworld figures.
And there's a few dozen armed goons in here as well. Still, they're not pointing those hero killer guns at you, but they are still in your general direction.
That's a sign of respect, as far as I can tell.
And a train is going by the warehouse.
Yes. You know, shipments,
It's a busy dock.
ships, trains. Yeah. So, you want to talk to Mr. Fish or should I?
I could talk to Mr. Fish as well.
I'm really good at talking.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
really good at talking? Like,
Uh-huh.
I can talk. You know, I'm good at talking.
Yeah, no, I've
If
seen
you'd like
it.
me to talk,
I-
I can talk.
You're wasting my time.
Great, I didn't know we were in our meeting yet. I thought you were getting ready, powdering your head or whatever. We are with the Resistance,
Obviously.
and we need information, and we were told that you do favors in exchange for favors.
I could, or I could just hand you over. I'm sure there's a reward.
Yeah, there is. Did you want that human currency right now? Is that what you're shooting for? I mean, I get that you have leverage over us. Congratulations, you have all the power in this situation. We came in here knowing that. You don't have to lord us over it.
I'm glad we understand each other.
Great.
You seem like the kind of guy that
Can you
has
put
money,
on like a
right?
hat or something? Like that glare is fucking crazy.
That's not the kind of talking. that-
Sorry.
that people like.
I just
You don't.
I hate it when people do that. You know, like the first thing they do when they meet you is like they're like, I'm threatening you, and it's like, I get it, you're an underworld figure. Like, they always open with that. It doesn't- I'm sorry. Wait,
And you know, it's even kind of cliches.
I'm getting pulled into your thing right now.
The tented hands are so cliche too. It's like, really?
He's going to do one of the you're wasting our time kind of things. Let's just
Probably
focus.
stroke his beard or
So
something
look,
like that.
a lot of us have been getting killed off lately very, very efficiently. That means somebody's doing something with intel, which means either we've got a mole or, you know, there's two other possibilities. I'm pretty sure you're aware of what those are as well. We would like information to find out who that person is in exchange for whatever the hell it is you're going to make us do.
Right to the point. I like that. We could come to an arrangement.
Ooh, an arrangement.
All right, what do you need?
Well, from Humongous, I would require a pound of flesh. Quite literally.
Is there a specific portion of this body you would like said pound of flesh?
No, any would do.
Whoa, hold on.
It's like 1,200 pounds. He's just going to miss one, right?
We're hacking off hunks of our guy here.
Liposuction him. It'll be fine.
We can't just do that.
That's really up to him. I think it's up to him. I think it's his choice.
It's not cool though. I mean, you know, you can't just demand people body parts.
But it's an exchange. It's a transaction. It's just capitalism at work.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't. It's like cannibalistic.
What are you gonna do? Give him cash? I mean, everybody's dead. Money's worthless.
Yeah, he doesn't need cash. He needs favors.
Right, and this favor he wants is some genetic material from a guy who's already admittedly a laboratory test subject.
Yeah, he was.
Are you kidding?
Were you? Oh well.
Humongous was born in a lab.
Was he? Okay.
Here we go.
Very well.
He didn't have parents, from what I can
Little
tell.
backstory for you, Fish.
Very self-sufficient individual. There was more to his spiel that he was talking about earlier, but I can't quite recall it.
Mongo is just pawn.
Yep. Just gonna drop that at some point.
Do we have the right to have ask
Do
him to
you,
give off chunks of his body?
I mean, it couldn't be chunks. Maybe just like the shape. You could probably get a pound of hair off of that guy.
I'm completely fine with this. Do you have any large syringes?
I believe I could find something.
I will need a particular alloy to penetrate the skin.
I have just the thing.
All right.
Probably got syringes with like depleted uranium tips on them
No.
for the superpowered heroin addicts. Am I too off base on that? Am I close? I'm pretty close, right?
You're pretty close.
I knew it! Oh, yeah, junkies everywhere. Okay.
Yes.
Um,
Hey, heroes can have drug problems too.
so, I'm assuming that you just need the 1 pound of flesh from our boy Humongous over here?
Oh, there's more.
What? Sorry.
You make explosives, don't you, Mr. Tex?
I do. I make them. I build them. I operate them.
Sleep with
I
them
also
sometimes?
spontaneously create them from my mind sometimes. It just depends.
I need you to build me a rather particular one. I have blueprints for it.
Great. How many people is it capable of killing?
Oh, a few hundred.
Okay, I'll do it.
Excellent. And, of course, the most important favor I have saved for you. The skull.
Oh, we're friends here. You can just call him the.
You've heard of me.
Oh, very many times I have, in true proxies, employed your services several times.
Oh, so you're a fan of my work. Thank you.
So it turns out you've been a fisherman before.
Appreciate that. Well, I mean, it's good to have somebody appreciate. My mother never cared my work. She never even asked what
Oh
I
my
did.
God.
You know, like I told her what I did. You'd think that she would brag about me sometimes to like the other girls at the salon or something, but she just doesn't.
Just who do you want, gang?
Thank you for all the grisly details. This is getting unbearable.
What? Should I just go? Because I can build a bomb in my sleep,
Okay,
guys.
that was offensive, but okay.
What I need from you is rather particular. There's information I'm about to give you, and you will most likely be going to this place that I tell you about. I need someone inside if they're killed while you're there.
Oh, you just want somebody killed?
Yes,
Okay.
it should be easy for a man of your talents.
Is it like the president or something, though? Like,
It's a prisoner.
Okay.
a hero?
Not quite.
Okay. I gotta tell you, I do have a line. I don't do kids. So if it's something like
Not
that,
a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Didn't your partner used to do kids?
He killed a kid once, but then it became a whole thing where everybody thought, oh, he kills kids all the time, and it wasn't fair. It was
Well,
like
I mean,
a
he
smear
started
campaign,
calling himself
really.
Kid Killer after that.
Yeah, it was mostly just to, how 21st century on Earth Prime rappers would say things about themselves just to make themselves seem more grandiose, and they weren't even true really.
Yeah.
Like they were gangsters and they killed this guy. It was kind of like that, He killed a kid. It was almost an accident, really. I don't know.
It was almost an accident, mate. Like,
It
he
was
was like
almost an
firing
accident.
warning shots in his direction.
He made a poisoned PB&J. And he was
Hid it amongst some Lego.
well, I mean, it's not something to laugh about. I mean, really, it's kind of
Trying to figure out how you almost accidentally murder a child. Like, with me, I can see it happening. I blow things up. There's collateral damage. But I mean, he was like you, right? Like a trained from birth assassin with parent issues.
Not from birth. Like he didn't train since birth. Like he came into it after technical college.
Okay,
right?
so
Yeah. So okay.
TV, VCR
funny
repair,
story.
murder.
So woodworking actually was his thing. Right?
So who do you need killed? Fish?
Don't call me that.
The fish? Mr. the Fish?
Willard. Willard.
William Fishman?
Willard
Was that a real name?
Willard Vanderfish. Was that? That's
Are
what
you
I.
quite finished?
No, we were just trying to guess.
Willing.
That is acceptable.
Well, yeah, of course it's acceptable from him. He's 10 feet tall.
As all this is going down, Paul is sucking out a huge amount of fat from his right buttock.
Oh my god.
You know, Mr.
That's like the entirety of Princess Hedgehog.
1 pound exactly.
Ugh.
Thank you.
No.
The schematics for the bomb, if you would please get started. Now I will give you your half of the bargain here. There has been a new warlord appointed by our wondrous alien overlords in charge of hunting down your little resistance group. This is the individual that has become very successful in the past few weeks.
Yeah, that's who we want to know about.
Yes, I don't know their base of operations, but they only became very successful after they started doing daily visits to a secret prison within Prospect Point.
Which is where we're headed and you need a guy killed.
That's right.
Oh, wow. Okay, this is all making so much more sense now. So you need us to get this information from that guy before we kill him?
Oh no, I'm sure you'll find your information on your own when you're within there. I just need you to handle someone who's being held there.
And it's just a secret prison, so what?
Yes, just a secret
Probably
prison.
not guarded very heavily and...
Well, it is only in Prospect Point, the most heavily defended portion of the entire city.
Oh, good.
Well beyond the wall where the majority of the sympathizers dwell.
Still the only one that can fly, right? Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Within this prison is Newt Skinkman, the lizard wizard.
I remember the lizard wizard. What?
I want you to kill him.
The lizard wizard.
Yes.
Is he small? Kind of adorable. Sells insurance.
No. No, you're thinking of Jim Jenkins?
Sure. Okay.
That's my insurance guy. He looks like a... No? Okay.
I don't know.
So the lizard wizard.
Yes, the former stage musician wears the wizard costume.
Yeah.
Yes.
When we're done with these trials, I was wondering if I could talk to you about something. You seem almost imprisoned by this underworld life. It's not all you can be. You can be more than that. You ever listen to Tony Robbins? So on Earth Prime 21st Century, a guy named Tony Robbins talks about potential. And if you want, we can talk later on. We can find a way to get you out of this tomb of crime. We can help you. We can free Willie, if you will. Then you won't have to be Willie the Fish, underworld boss. You could just be William.
This is like 3 circuits that just tie together and don't do anything but suck electricity.
Really?
Yeah. See if you just connect these 2 right together, you have no delay in the switch.
He's
And
good.
the sonic trigger will still work?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, except without the, half-second delay.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, we killed the skink guy and then we're good.
You killed the skink, I finished
Yes.
the bomb.
Which you'll be visiting the prison to find whatever it is you're looking for?
Whomever. We're looking for a whom.
Most likely.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be a whom.
Well, it wasn't until this warlord started visiting the prison on a daily basis that the success rate rose so dramatically.
Well, off we go then.
Good
Not
luck.
to take up any more of your time. Bomb's right there. Should I roll a repair to make
Yes,
said
please.
bomb?
What do you have for that repair skill? Because you're in Jonamox right
Yes,
now.
I'm in Jonamox right now. I should probably actually go ahead and spend a Benny.
All right. If you've got 4 in the store, do you want to use one of those?
I'll use a personal.
Okay. Using a
I try and
personal
save the store bennies for combat emergencies when I get, hit by autocannons and things, or blow myself up with grenades.
Fair enough. Just using one personal Benny to go to the middle?
Just go into the middle. Yeah.
Okay.
That will give me everything I need.
All right.
I only get a -1, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I need a D12 plus 1.
All right. If I get a D12 and a D6 rolled, please. Six is going to be a success.
Yep, I'll take it.
You've built a bomb. A bomb triggered by a sonic trigger of all things.
Yeah. Set to a very specific frequency, I assume.
Yes.
A sound that isn't made by everyday objects.
Yes. In fact, it can't be even heard by the human ear.
Mm-hmm.
Or perhaps even the alien ear.
This is a nefarious little piece of equipment here.
Yes.
I wrote some notes on the schematics in case you need to make more.
I
Just-
appreciate that.
Just like some of the materials you could probably get cheaper, like you don't need to coat that in solid gold. That was, obviously it's going to be safer because of the conductivity, but not necessary.
I enjoy coating things in solid gold.
Yeah. But things you're going to
Several
blow
dead
up-
heroes coated in solid gold in the back.
Gross.
You should stop doing that. You should stop.
There are better applications.
Like, don't they have it
for
bad enough right now?
Well, this was before.
Right. So, are we good? Are we leaving now to go kill Wizard? Oh my god, we're gonna.
Yes, I am done with you. You may go.
So he's an actual wizard, though, huh? Okay, interesting. That could be a challenge.
He might not be. He could just be like a really talented stage magician, or maybe he uses technological devices to simulate doing magic things. There's a lot of villains that do stuff like that, like they have a magic wand, but really it's just like a weather controlling device of some kind. Very common. On the other hand, he could have phenomenal cosmic power, limited only by his imagination and willpower.
Guess we'll find out. We're off to see the wizard.
It is a rather strange request in your mind, is that the wizard is, low even in your view of things on the totem pole of villains.
Yeah, but
that's
a
way
lot of
down
us,
there.
a lot of us lower tier villains are really, really underrated. I don't think I ever really got my due as a super villain. And I think people didn't take me seriously because of the hat. Maybe it was the rocket powered hobby horse, but maybe.
No, it was the hat. It was definitely the hat.
Thanks, Paul.
The hobby horse is a masterwork of design, economical, efficient, effective. It was definitely the hat.
I never got my due either. My
like-
mom actually told people that I work with the elderly. It's like she wanted to undermine my reputation as an assassin or something. It's just like, why would you do that?
Off we go!
Well, now you got to figure out a way to get into the most heavily defended portion of the entire city. So heavily defended, it has its own wall and force shield around it. It is patrolled regularly by both ground and air forces, and is populated by all of those individuals that knowingly and willingly serve the alien overlords.
Oh, okay. So, full frontal assault probably not the way to go. Not even with Humongous.
And they have those hero killer weapons.
Oh, yes, and worse.
And worse?
Mm-hmm.
Do we know what worse is?
The aliens have a tremendous amount of technology. The hero killer weapons were only the best thing that Earthlings could come up with before these aliens invaded. And they outstripe everything Earth has made by a long shot, technologically. They did, from orbit, disintegrate every human and superhero on Earth that gathered on their little victory party, all simultaneously.
Maybe we should,
Including Champion, the most powerful superhero to ever live.
I saw him once.
You saw Champion?
Yeah. Threw a bomb at him.
What do you do?
Oh, he was like a mile and a half away. I can only throw like 30 yards. I blew up some kids, though.
Accidentally? You see how it
Almost
happens?
accidentally.
Yeah, you see how it happens? The kid wasn't even that cute. It's like,
So, maybe our best shot for this is using your mastery of disguise again, and maybe
But
you know.
as advanced as these aliens are, I'm not even sure if disguise will work. I mean, I would imagine they have some way of scanning us and know if we really are whomever we pretend to be.
But they have humans working for them, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
lots of human sympathizers, people who just wanted to live a quote-unquote normal life under the new regime.
I mean, we can try, but I just feel like they'd be able to see right through anything. I mean, well, we can try. As we get closer.
You know, we just got to get into the prison, right? So,
Well, it's a secret prison according to the information you received from Willie the Fish, so it won't even look like a prison on the outside, and most folks probably won't even know that it is a prison. From the brief little bit of information he was able to give you on the small file, it seems that it is disguised as a bank.
Oh,
is it now?
Mm-hmm.
you might have to curtail your natural inclination to rob it.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, I mean, you know,
You're saying from people from Connecticut are natural bank robbers?
well, Harvard is in Connecticut, and a lot of them.
Isn't Harvard in Massachusetts?
No, I could be wrong. What's in Connecticut? Yale. Yale.
Part of that whole Yale.
Lots of whites.
Hey, that's racially insensitive of you. Asians go there too. So, as far as disguising, Humongous, you're talking different. You seem to me a little bit more lucid and distinct in your speech.
That is your imagination.
Well, the
Craziest thing I've ever heard.
my exposure to your very fine, loquacious self has given me an opportunity to learn more words and understand linguistics on a more comprehensive level, so I can express myself with greater accuracy.
Wow.
Humongous, what you talk about? Humongous is
Okay, wait. Did I not?
humongous.
Wasn't he just
I
like?
wouldn't even
speaking-
worry about it. You know, like these are genetic experiments. They can do weird stuff.
Born in lab.
Yep. No parents.
Yes. I got the
Had
voice
to be
right.
very self-sufficient.
Humongous, we'll smash the gate. I break in.
Nope. If you do that, they'll just kill us.
I will break. No articles. Humongous break in.
By yourself?
Yes.
While we do what?
You. I'm not sure.
No, it's totally okay, Paul.
Okay,
I got you.
okay.
What?
I'm not
Humongous
really
doesn't have a plan?
I'm not a strategy.
No,
guy.
nobody's putting that on you.
Okay, so as we approach the bank, because I have skills such as
Oh, first tell me
thievery
how you're going
and
to get
stealth.
into this walled off and heavily
Oh.
fortified and protected section of the city. With
Okay.
restricted and regulated travel going in and out.
Right. Well, okay, so that still applies because I have skills like thievery and stealth and such. So I should be able to stealth my way at least close enough to find an entrance in without being detected while I'm stealthing around looking for a way to get in. So I'm gonna be skulking around.
This is reasonable.
Looking for stuff, probing the defenses.
Well,
of
I'm
this
just more
place.
interested overall in what is your plan to get within this section of the
Well,
city.
I have two methods, right? I've got we go in, Chewbacca style, where we're bringing in a prisoner. That'll get us hopefully all the way in the prison because they don't want, humongous traipsing around outside. I assume that they'll want to put him in said secret, superpowered prison since they can't really hurt him. Containing him is going to be their best option. There's no reason to think that we didn't just capture him or bringing him in for containment.
That would be helpful in getting me closer to the skink.
That's also gonna mean that we're gonna have to assume the identities of a couple of officers of some kind, preferably one with a vehicle big enough to hold him in the back as a prisoner.
So you need uniforms, a vehicle,
Yep, we need uniforms and vehicle, and hopefully, if we can find one somewhere, a master of disguise.
Oh, I can do that.
Good.
Okay, we're going to handle this with a dramatic task using the Savage Worlds rules.
A dramatic task.
Yes. So that means we're going to go down the table, and each one of you is going to tell me what skill you're using and why it applies to this situation. And then you're going to need to roll those. If somebody rolls a critical failure, the whole scheme fails miserably. Now, you don't have to roll when it's your turn. You can instead choose to not act or support instead. But you've only got the one cycle through the table to get enough successes to pull the whole thing off.
Okay.
So-
That sounds like a dramatic task.
Okay, so we see people milling about, guards and people. There are all people walking around who don't know what's in there, right? But there are also
Yes.
guards walking around.
Well, the dramatic task in Savage Worlds is how you can cinematically handle a long, drawn-out thing such as this without having it take up 14 hours of game time like it would on some other tabletop RPGs. It's essentially rolling dice for a montage.
Okay, fantastic.
So in this montage, how is it that you're participating, Jonamox/Samtex? What skill are you going to use? Or you can, in fact, even multi-act and take the penalty if you so choose.
I am going to. Oh boy! Actually, I've got maybe a slightly better idea. I think I might go ahead and use thievery
Okay.
to get any keys we might need from guards that we are passing at checkpoints. Grab things like key cards and any kind of credentials we might need to find. I'm going to be stealing and/or copying those
Okay. Okay.
using my awesome thievery skills.
Okay.
Or
and
Jonah
that-
Mox's awesome
That does
thievery
mean that
skills.
thievery is off the table for anyone else.
Oh.
Once something's been used, it's off the table for the other ones and the group. Now, for yourself, the skull, how is it that you are participating
Okay.
in this overall operation?
I'm gonna stealth my way to if there's a motor pool nearby, or maybe there's just some vehicles that are parked along. I will find a big one. I don't know how big it would take to fit him, but I will some kind of van.
At least an armored truck. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So I'll scope out one of those. I'll be using stealth
Okay.
to get to one and find my opportunity to move it when they're not around and bring it back so we can put him in it.
Fair enough. And Paul, how are you participating in this overall?
I was going to facilitate a vehicle, so I have no idea. Oh my goodness.
Well,
Well, he's
you
gonna
never
be in the
know.
vehicle.
I just
Okay.
skill-wise, can you justify something to me?
My mind is a complete blank right now. I have a strong suspicion I'll be rolling repair for something, but
And how would you make it apply in this situation?
I would.
Maybe fix your cuffs so they'll break.
Sure, yeah, that's plausible.
Rig the
Yeah.
truck in your cuffs?
Yeah,
so that-
make sure
okay.
that you can
Yeah.
get out easily.
Easy, yeah.
Would you
I'll
need
rig
to?
everything to be paper thin as far as I'm concerned. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to want the thievery roll from yourself first down there at that end of the table. What do you got for thievery?
It'll be a D10.
All right. If I get a D10 and a D6. Do you want to keep the one success, or do you want to spend a penny and re-roll it? Remembering that unless you roll a critical failure, you can't do worse than what you've already done.
Yeah, I'll re-roll it.
All right. A personal Benny or a store
Let's
Benny?
take a store out of this one. please.
Store Benny. A 9 is a success with a raise.
That's what I want.
So that counts as 2 successes towards the goal. Stealth for the skull. What have you got for stealth?
10.
All right, another D10 and D6 from the skull. 4 is a basic
Okay.
1 success. You can, of course, spend either a personal or a store Benny if you want to try again.
Do we need 2 more?
I'm not telling you how many you
Ooh,
need.
okay.
That's-
So, like, I'm assuming if it's once around the table, like 5 has got to be what we're shooting for.
It is your choice if you want to keep the 1 success. Remembering that if you say rolled a 1 and a 3 next time, you still keep the 1 and 4. You don't take a worse one unless it's a critical failure, and then you just get it.
Yeah, that's really low. I'm gonna do
You want
another
to spend a personal Benny or a store Benny to reroll it?
store.
All right, another store Benny used. 5 is still just a basic success. Didn't do worse.
All right,
Do you want to keep it?
freaking frack. I'm gonna spend a personal and roll again.
All right, a personal Benny and roll it one more time. Oh, so close. A 7 is almost a raise, but just shy. So that's going to put us at 3 successes so far. As we hit Paul and repair. What do you got for repair?
I got a 10 plus 2.
Ooh, a D10 and a D6 again. Everybody rolling 10s, but you get a +2 bonus. Now that would only be a
6, 7,
7,
one.
which is just
Oh,
one
wow.
less than
You
a
get
raise.
Personal Benny, baby. Roll
Yeah,
it.
do it.
Bleo. Wait, we don't. Okay.
Hit it again.
Sunk cost fallacy. Hit in for a penny, in for a pound. Yeah.
Another personal Benny?
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
2 personal Bennies
Okay.
spent. This will only be 4 successes, so if Christian is right on his assessment, the task will fail.
We need that raise, man.
Yeah, no,
I feel like we need that raise.
If ever, yeah, sunk cast fallacy.
All right,
Let's do
spending
it.
the last
Do it.
personal
Come
Benny.
on.
Let's roll that one more
Give us
time.
that. Give it to us.
No.
Still only going to be a
Okay.
6.
Are you sure
So
it's not
be it.
Bleo back there, rolling?
Now, of course, there are still 2 store bennies
2
there.
store bennies?
You want to try and roll one of those?
You know. What do you think?
I
Should I do
mean, a successful dramatic task is always better than a failed one, in my opinion.
it? Yeah, that could break real bad. Okay, I'll spend at least 1 store Benny. Okay.
All right, spending 1 store benny. Double 2s.
Oh boy.
Dan, it's a good thing Mark's job is very secure here.
Yeah, it is. You know, this is pretty much the exact opposite of what he was doing for you guys all of last week.
Yep.
So
Wow.
I'm glad that bribe worked out in my favor.
Wow.
So that's only going to be 4 successes.
Poop roll up.
So I want you guys to start narrating me through how this went down first, and at some point I'm going to jump in and interrupt.
Okay.
Damn it.
So just go ahead and why don't we, since we're on that end, just start. How did it start off?
Well, it started off smoothly enough. I mean, you know, we're skulking around the streets trying to hide a 10-foot tall lab experiment. And using him as a great distraction. Anytime we see cops or anything, I'm like swiping. I'm just pickpocketing left and right. Maybe I stab a guy here or there. He's off securing a vehicle. How's that going?
Yeah, so as far as the vehicle goes, people tend to not worry too much when their giant armored vehicle is left unattended because they're like, number one, who can actually break into it? Number two, who's got the, clearance or whatever tool you use to start it up? And it makes noise, so they kind of aren't really paying attention too much to it. So I'm able to get up to it quite well, and with a little bit of knowledge of such things, I'm able to get inside with only very slight damage to the door and the locking mechanism. I'm able to get inside. The entire housing assembly of the circuitry is well protected, but with my skills, I'm able to get into it and rewire it and get ready to start on his mark.
Once I get some super cuss and things of that nature to make it look like a shackle situation, I hand them over to Paul, trusting in his scientific expertise to get us through.
Yeah.
All right, now tell me a little bit about how that goes down.
Well,
Big
Paul.
sausage fingers.
Yeah. Paul fixes the handcuffs to make them easily break outable while looking very convincing. Paul also, while they've got a little bit of extra time, because that was a relatively simple task, also fix up some of the damage on the side of the door, make it look real convincing. And preps the interior of the truck to be also escapable in a pinch. Yeah.
Well, everything seems to be going just perfect. You get the truck, you get the cuffs rigged up, everybody's inside, you make it past the first couple of checkpoints, you get all the way to this whole bank that's not really a bank. And that's when the one thing that can go wrong happens to go wrong. As you're getting out of the vehicle, one of the security systems in it in your repair job, you didn't catch this quite being in there, and it triggers an alarm as you get out of the vehicle, which is sort of like a LoJack sort of device where every single nearby patrol, flying ship, drone, everything is suddenly aware of what they believe is a prison break happening. But hey, you made it to the prison, which is just looks like a bank, and you're out front of it. But all hell is going to be coming your way very, very soon. Now what do you do?
Well, I'm going to spend another Benny and move to the center on my slider.
Okay, moving to the center on the slider. I'll take that.
That'll be a store Benny.
That's a store Benny? Okay.
That's the last one.
Wait, was
Bye,
the last
store
one? Oh, well.
Buy store Bennies.
What maybe down?
I didn't realize it was the last one.
Yep, it's gone.
Sorry. Freaking frack.
It's
Hope
okay.
no one needs
James
it.
only has 7.
Yeah, that's all
I
right.
promise I won't be using them to make this harder.
He ain't nobody. Oh, so I'm in the middle now. Cool.
You are in the middle now. You are all aware that this alarm is going off, and you are on the clock now.
All right. At this point, we're in uniforms, right?
Yes, you're in uniforms. You have Humongous between the two of you
In cuffs.
in cuffs that, aren't really working.
Right. Okay. Well, we're going to do what anyone in this situation, in our particular situation, would do, and I'm going to explode that truck, and then move back in as though we are still on the, we're still the good guys in this situation. So I'm not treating the guards as though they are hostile. Obviously we're being attacked. This alarm went off because, he set something up. Obviously, super criminal. That's why he's coming here. So we're going to try and get him secured and safe. And I'm just going to be very, very commanding about it.
All right, I'm going to need first the weird science roll for me to blow up the truck.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What do you got for that?
It's
Keep in mind you're in the middle.
D12. Yeah, it's a D12 plus 3 with me being in the middle.
All right, D12 plus 3, and of course the D6 wild die. And you critically fail at blowing up the truck.
Hold on. Did I get him?
I think you did. Twice.
Twice. Good.
Oh man.
You critically fail at blowing up the truck.
I got him, right?
What?
Good thing. I'm glad I didn't use any extra damage on that, huh?
Yeah, which in this particular case, yes, you do in fact blow up the truck, but you put a lot more into that than you planned on putting into that. And both yourselves, Humongous, and all of the nearby individuals are thrown about. The entire front of the bank is blown off. The glass shatters. Supports crumble.
Classic Jonah Mux.
Yep. Sirens wailing.
That's fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine here. How are you?
Yeah.
So I pull my issue weapon with the uniform, and I point at him.
I'm gonna thrash around
Don't you-
a lot.
You think blowing up our vehicle is gonna stop us from taking you in? You're mistaken, mister!
Yeah!
Humongous smash!
I'll take a persuasion roll from you. What do you got for persuasion on the skill or on John Stone? Your choice.
It's 4 either way. Let's see. Can I?
Go ahead, can I?
Okay,
Carry that.
how about this? If I tell everybody else, stand back! We have a charge situation, we have it under control. This guy's very dangerous, stand back.
Do you want to use intimidation?
Now I'm using intimidation.
I'll
And for
allow it.
intimidation, I have an 8.
All right, I'll take a D8 and a D6. Remember, -1 because you're in the middle.
I'm ready to throw stuff. I only have heavy stuff left, Mark. Never mind. James threw me more pens. I'll let you know when to duck. Really soon, okay? Now.
Unfortunately, they are not buying it, and a rather large group of them comes out and circles all of you and starts pulling you all back inside of the bank that has been blown to pieces in several places.
Well, that's where we want to go.
Yeah, it's getting where you want to go, but now you have a multiple-person armed escort around you.
What was that?
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Now the vault door conceals an entrance into this prison complex that they begin hustling you down. And of course, you're completely surrounded by all of these guards at this point.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
What do you do? You're in the prison, well, the entrance, but surrounded by armed guards who are hustling you down a corridor, presumably to throw him in a cell that probably, like most of the cells they use on powered individuals, negates their powers.
I want to use my notice.
So wait, you're saying that they still haven't figured out that we're not cops, but they're just throwing him in?
We're all in the same uniforms right now. They don't. We all.
No, he disguises as a prisoner.
Yes, I know that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about us.
Right. So I mean, so we haven't. blown
It kind of worked.
our cover
It's
isn't
still
blown.
kind of
They
working. Your cover has not been blown.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Because you said they surrounded us, I thought that they. Okay.
No, they're helping hustle Humongous down a
Okay.
corridor. They're assuming that those nullifier cuffs on his wrists are still working, and they're probably going to put him into a cell that, depowers him. And then who knows what terrible fate will befall Humongous.
Not a problem. Not a problem at all. All right. So, who's in charge here? Let's find the highest-ranking officer, and let's turn into that guy real quick.
Tell me a little bit about that, John Alex. How are you pulling that off?
Well, as you know, I'm a shape-changing master.
Looking for another critical failure, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to use my chameleon ability to look just like it. Also, I want to, sneakily take this guy out. So I'm going to do two things.
So you're going to multi-act. You're going to really up the ante on that.
It's a desperate situation.
Okay.
I'm going to burn all the bad dice away.
What's that?
While he's doing that, can I act?
Tell me about what you're going to be trying to do.
Well, I want to use my skills to try to hack into the systems of this prison, so I can number one get a schematic and know where it is going, where Willie the Skinky is, get a map of it. But also, hopefully, I can manipulate controls of the cell, so even if they put him in a cell, I can keep it from locking or keep it from nullifying or something like that. I just want to find out as much about the inner workings of the security system of this place that I can.
Okay.
Now, if I fail and revert to liquid form, I want it to look like I'm dying, so I can scream and.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you are going to be multi-acting in this
This
particular
is gonna be
case.
so easy.
I'm going to want the fighting roll first.
Well, I will go full Jonah Mox for this, so as not to shoot myself in the what would be my foot if I had actual limbs.
Fair enough.
So I'm doing that with a personal Benny.
Yes. Oh no. So many Bennies gone.
So I've still got one left. I'll be okay.
So what do you got for fighting as full Jonamox?
D12 plus 2. He's a good fighter.
Anything particular if you're using something?
Well, that's a knife, and I always have one, so
Okay.
I'm sticking him with it.
D12 and a D6. Add 2 to it as Jonamox goes for the kill. A 7 is going to
Now
be
you get
enough,
a good roll.
particularly as this attack is with the drop, so it's actually an 11.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So that's definitely going to work. What's listed damage for you for a knife?
It's just going to be an 8 and a 6.
All right, an 8 and a 6 and an extra 6 for the raise
Yarp.
with lots of acing dice in there. I think Mark's trying to make up for his past mistakes.
Nope, he can't do that. It'll never happen.
You're probably right. And 20, you are definitely going to murder the shit out of this particular guard.
Not a great shape changer. Excellent murderer.
Very, very top shelf murderer. Very,
All right.
you could say it was a prison style shanking happening in a prison.
Yep.
But then I'm going to need that focus roll, the one that you always seem to
I don't know what
fail
you're
at.
talking about. I think I'm doing really good at focusing right now. It's an 8. It's an 8. It's just an 8.
Just an 8 and a 6.
Oh, that won't be enough with
with the multi-action
with the multi-action
penalty,
penalty.
that
That
won't be
won't be enough, and I only have one Benny left.
Yes, you've got one chance to do better. He's only got one chance to do better.
Let's just do it. Do
All
it.
right.
Do it.
There you go.
Okay.
Just barely a success.
Clutch.
Well, this is going to... You were going to be hacking, you said.
How many other guards are there besides the one he just...
Well, there's still 11 others.
Freaking A. All right. Slight change of plan. Since we're gonna be fighting now,
You're not necessarily going to be fighting.
No.
He murdered that guy.
I murdered him and
Yeah.
shoved him in a corner, and now I look like that dude.
you did it surreptitiously. Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
He's swapping places with him, as it
Yeah.
were.
okay. Fantastic. Okay. And
Maybe successfully, maybe not.
so we don't know if they noticed him doing that or not.
There's a lot of stuff going on between the fires, the sprinkler system going off, the alarms.
Okay. So yeah,
Stuff's pretty chaotic at the moment.
So I hacked the system and I found out as much as I can about
What is your
the
hacking?
system. My hacking is 12 plus 2, but of course I'm in the middle.
So -1 on that. Means
Yeah,
it's going to be
so
12 plus
one.
1. All right, 12 and a 6.
Come on, hack that thing.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
You are not going to be able to get into the system.
Son of you.
Not with those paired 2s. Do you need something to throw at Mark?
Like a train?
I can do that.
Hey, you can't do
I
that.
can do that.
You know, you might go to load a pencil in that crossbow.
Oh boy.
I don't think we've gotten there yet.
Okay. Just, giving you some ideas.
That used up my entire turn though, right?
Yep.
Just doing that.
Just doing that. You didn't multi-act. You were not able to get into the system here.
Wow.
Paul, were you doing anything?
Yeah,
during all
I would
this?
like to do something. As I'm being ushered down the hall, I'm jerking around, resisting a little bit. Every now and again, I'm gonna brush up against one of the guards, and I want to sabotage at least a couple guns.
All right, that's going to require multi-action because you're going to have to use some stealth to do it without being
Okay.
noticed.
Stealth is, hey, what's the worst they can do? Shock me or something? It's gonna be fine. So yeah, I'm done for that. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to need the stealth first to see if you can get close enough to pull it off.
Cool.
Otherwise, you won't be able to mess with the weapons. What do you have for stealth?
Well, I
Paul?
do have a D4.
Okay.
Yeah. They're expecting me to resist.
Everybody's got a
Yeah.
D4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not so stealthy. You try and
Okay.
get your hands on guns, and they push away from you, prod you with them,
Okay.
push you around. They're not being as rough as they could be because they're probably still assuming that those nullifier cuffs are taking away your powers.
Yeah.
And that, shooting you would kill you.
All right. Well, worth a shot.
But yeah, you're not going to take care of any weapons, but the important part is Jonah Mox did succeed and has taken the place of that officer as they hustle you down a corridor. Now, unfortunately for yourself there, you couldn't hack into the system, so you have no idea what is below you or how any of it's working.
Get some distance.
What are you guys doing now as they're hustling you down?
We're hustling down the thing. Okay, hold position, everyone. Hold position.
I'm going to need a persuasion roll from you.
Do I get a bonus because I'm disguised
Yes.
as their
Yeah.
commanding officer?
Yeah, I'm going to give you a +2 bonus because you look like this person.
Good. I have a 6.
All right, I'll take a D6 and a D6. Oh yeah, they snap too. Immediately react. They form a little perimeter. They hold position. Some of them take a knee. They're all looking to you for commands.
Jenkins, 15 feet that way. Check the corner.
Roger that. So I assume I'm Jenkins.
Yep, I point right at you.
Feet.
I'm gonna go check the other corner. Hold position. Check name tapes. Johnson, hold this.
What did you just hand?
A grenade, yeah. Pins out, and I'm moving down to the other end of the hallway. Hopefully that blast will take them all out, leaving me and him safe on either flank, and Humongous takes the brunt of the blast
Yeah.
because he can.
Well, that's a good time for an AoE.
All right. Well, this isn't going to require any kind of an attack roll, as it were, because you're just kind of passing it on. But I will have you make another persuasion roll as an attack roll to see if you can
Yeah,
get
that
raise on damage.
certainly makes sense.
So I'm going to get
I would
another
do
pair
that.
of those D6s, still with the +2 bonus. 5's going to be a success, so we're not going to do a raise on damage, but we're going to do some standard
Yeah, no,
damage.
that's fine. I got my, 3d6 I think is fine.
All right, let's take 3d6 for damage.
Wow.
13 is fairly impressive, and an explosion occurs within that corridor.
How does it?
I don't think that's higher than your toughness, is
Oh,
it?
it sure
No,
isn't.
no.
No, it tickles a little in the body of Humongous, and more it's kind of gross because you're then covered in person. Yeah. It's kind of cooked on in a few places. Yeah. That's not coming out.
Oh, well. Get it dry
not without,
cleaned.
like, steel wool and some scrubby time.
Skull, take your time getting those schematics now.
Well, did it kill all of them?
They are very dead, but
All of
you
them.
are still on a clock. You know
Yeah.
that every single possible
Grab those
enemy force
schematics
is
before
gonna
more of
be
them come.
descending on here, which will probably be those much more dangerous Finns and the Sori and drones and
We
worse
need, we need
things.
to know what we're up against.
Those were just human guards.
So can I hack again?
You can give it a shot. You didn't critical fail, so you have a chance of still getting into that system. You said you had a D8 in that?
No, sir. I have a 12 plus 2.
A D12
Talking
plus
about.
2. I thought you only had a D8 on the hacking.
Please, you're talking about, man. I'm John Stone.
All right, I'll take the
John
D12.
Stone.
6 is gonna be a success. It's not a race. You can't shut down any of the systems here, but you've gotten a full schematic. You happen to know the exact cell that
Lizard wizard?
Skinkman, the lizard wizard, is being held in. Currently, according to the information you have, under sedation so that he can't use his magic.
Hashtag Benny here's a lifeline. Don't
Aw.
throw pens at Mark. Mark is great.
Mark is protected by several monitors. He'll be fine. I got lucky with the first shot.
Mark is okay.
We said throw. Didn't say anything about shooting with the
Oh
crossbow.
yeah, no, I did.
Just
I,
gonna write that out.
I read the message.
Okay. In addition to
kick
that,
things at him, like
something
shoot
else
things at him.
strikes you, and searching through these files they have on, which you can do instantaneously because you're John Stone and you just went through 25 gigs of information in the span of a second. One of these cells has unregistered as its occupant.
That might be our guy.
It seems kind of odd, as all of the other ones have registered occupants in them. Names and their current condition. That one is unregistered and currently placed as off limits. There's no contact to be had with that cell.
And how far is Newt Skinkman from that new
They're
cell?
neighbors.
That's great news.
Interesting.
Do we have remote control of the cells?
No, unfortunately, he's got zero control. He didn't get a raise.
Gotcha.
Do I also
We've got some key cards. There's some things we can do. They're just more manual. But hey, sometimes you just need a good manual.
Yeah.
Okay, you know exactly where to go.
Well, then let's head in that direction. I also would like to manipulate the cameras. Obviously, there's security cameras all over the place. And so I'm going to make them all rewind and keep playing the same part over and over. Is anybody monitoring the
Trying to put
monitors?
it
We
on a
just
loop,
see
huh?
the same thing over and over again of just nothing. Or just Lex Luthor in his cell.
I love it. Do it.
One other thing of note on that is you're doing that, this cell with the unregistered occupant, no cameras inside.
Interesting.
It's been disabled.
Oh, interesting. All
Yeah.
right. Fantastic. Well, let's head over to Mr. Skinkman and Mr. Who.
All right, you make your way through these corridors, and good thing you got this whole map thing downloaded, as this place is a sprawling maze. There's more than 16 sub-levels underground here. This thing is massive.
All right.
But you know exactly where to go to find the right elevators to descend. You've got a key card, you've got access to the system. You're just not able to turn any of these alarms off or,
can't.
stop the impending doom that's coming from overhead,
Oh,
from
great.
everything out there.
Impending
Beep,
doom.
boop.
You know, the labyrinthian trait of this facility reminds me of my own personal journey, trying to find what it is about me.
elevator ride
that-
ever.
And as there's
And the
certain
doors
things that-
slide open.
Oh.
Numerous cells on this floor.
Sure.
Most of them are actually unoccupied on this particular floor. It seems that most of the superpowered types they capture are shipped off to be experimented upon or dissected for scientific purposes. Nothing sexual.
Wow.
Mine.
So is there nobody else on this floor except for Skinkman and the unknown person?
Seemingly, only Skinkman and
Wow.
the unknown person are being held on this floor currently.
And let's go up to the unknown person's door real quick.
Indeed.
Yeah, it is most securely wired off. Like the key card doesn't even access.
What are
it.
they using to fit through food through the door?
They're not.
Well, I guess this is on me then, huh?
Well, what kind of door is it?
It's made of some kind of alien metal.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
And according to the schematics, John Stone is able to access each of these cells inside is treated with an area of power negation.
Which is great if you're a metahuman.
The problem is, I guess that means if you were, I assume you're going to try to liquid your way inside. But I assume that also means as soon as you're inside, you'll revert back to normal and you won't have any abilities.
Liquid is normal.
Is it though? Is it for you?
For Jonah Mox, it is. A liquid state is his natural state.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Touche.
That's why there's jars of Jonah Mox back on the ship. That people keep drinking.
By the way, stop that.
Don't drink Jonah Mox.
Being outside the doors and not having my strength negated, I might be able to tear this open, potentially.
I mean, you want to try that first?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's safer than you being isolated in the room.
Can I?
Because shape changing is clearly not easy. It's like pooping in reverse. It's
So before any of that happens, I want to use my notice ability to see if I can detect anything inside. Inside, I have some kind of idea if it's dangerous in there, if there's a living thing in there. I wanted to
Absolutely.
see
What have you got for notice on the John Stone sheet over there? or on
12
the
plus
school?
1.
All right, give me a D12 and a D6 plus 1.
My senses. Oh!
Yeah, 11. There is a very slow but regular heartbeat on the other side of that door.
Like,
And like the sound of like medical machines running.
oh. So it's humanoid.
You'd think so.
Okay.
I mean, the heartbeat does sound very human-like.
But it's very
just
slow.
very
So it's
slow.
probably not active or conscious.
very slow. Could mean very large,
Hmm.
or incredibly regulated and put in an induced coma.
Yeah, machines. Since I know nothing to do about machines, can I tell if there are medical machines or is it like some kind of cybernetic enhancement machine?
You think it's medical machines. Yeah.
Okay, so I
It's
really
the all too familiar and distressing sound of like hospital type equipment.
right. Okay, I really
A place that you spent a long time once.
Yes, for sure. All right. So I don't know if you.
I'll try tearing the door open.
I'm gonna need an
Yeah.
athletics roll. if you
Actually,
can
I would like
catch
to
up.
assist on that by removing the bolts from the hinges first.
I'm gonna want a thievery roll to assist then. Give me thievery first. What do you got?
D12 plus 1.
All right, D12 plus 1. and a
D10 plus
D6.
1. I'm sorry, I got that. I was totally wrong.
Oh, yeah, don't give
D10
him
plus
that
1.
D12, you cheater.
I caught it. I feel like I did pretty well. 5.
5. All right, that's a success with no race. You get a +1 bonus to that athletics roll.
All right, so that'll be an 8 with pulse sheet.
All right, a D8 and a D6. Add 1 to it as you attempt to remove. With Humongus's incredible strength, you are able to force this door. It's less tear often and more you just slowly force it open. And yeah, the lights are very dim inside. There's a bunch of medical equipment hooked up, an IV drip, a whole bed laid out, and there, laying on the bed, is someone that the skull recognizes. And in the back of your mind, Humongus might have seen this individual before, and Sam Tex definitely has. It's Lobejack, a telepath who's presumed dead, killed during the alien invasion.
That's how he's finding us, right? I mean, he locates things.
He's an incredibly powerful telepath. You know, could take over the minds of individuals. It was even rumored that he could jump bodies.
What?
Oh.
Like without a metapod, you just twink, twink, twink.
Couldn't leave his own dimension like you can with the Metapod,
Right.
sure.
But
And wouldn't be sharing it with someone.
Just takes over.
Just hops in the driver's seat. Never really trusted by any of the hero teams he was on.
Would he have the ability to locate other metahumans who were hiding?
You're not entirely sure, but it doesn't seem that far-fetched to me. The guy could talk to people across the world with his brain.
Paul, analyze if you would. Figure out our most likely scenario.
mhm.
In the meantime, I'll go nuke Liz Wiz while the power's still off.
I'll take a science or academics roll from you if you'd like.
Yeah, I will do a science roll.
All right, what's
yeah.
that going to be for you?
10 plus 2.
All right, a D10 and a D6. Add 2 to it. We're going to get a 6 or a 5. Those are both of them a success. Nothing particularly fantastic, but still a success. Judging by the equipment, it appears that Lovejack is in an induced coma.
Okay. It makes sense for a telepath.
Yeah, everything feeding in there, but you're guessing no brain activity. From what you were able to surmise with the whole body jumping thing, you presume that Lovejack's not home right now.
Yeah.
Now, is that because the drug cocktail they're giving him, or is that keeping him alive?
That seems to be keeping him alive. You know, it's
Can you
it's
figure
like
out?
you would keep a vegetable alive.
Okay, so one of the masters can do this, sort of. But it doesn't matter if he's in his body or not. You see what I mean? If this body is being kept alive medically, he needs it for something, right? Even if he's out gallivanting, hunting down. He's an avatar. He's an avatar. He's an avatar.
No wispy outline like you see around your friends.
Well, he wouldn't be in there right now, right? It's just a husk. It's the body.
It's a definite theory.
Is there? But what is the reason? Like everything, all these other cells are empty. He's next to the wizard. That's got to be for a reason. They could have put these guys anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, if the wizard has magic and it's being turned off, they're going to want to keep him separated from people. You always want to keep the telepath as far away from everybody else as possible because you get too many people too close by and you've got suddenly a very, very good intelligence network for no good reason. It would be fine to keep one guy down here, especially when he doesn't have access to anything.
But if Willie wants the wizard dead, there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
So he's more important than he may seem at first glance. It may be worth checking in with him.
With Willie?
No,
Wizard.
with the lizard prior to should we choose to kill him.
Here's where I am with it right now, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way, Paul, but this isn't our world. We don't actually have to give a crap about any of these people. Now, I think we should err on the side of giving the crap, don't get me wrong, but, like, we take that guy out like we're supposed to, these guys don't get murdered because of it. If we don't, they probably do.
Sure.
I don't think the fish is a guy we want to be messing with. And I don't think Sam is a heavy enough hitter to take him on. Snappy a dresser as he is.
So, if we can, well, all right, let's talk to the wizard, find out what's going on. That'll give us more of an idea of how to proceed afterwards. We need to at least see what the wizard's about. He obviously knows something. He likely is related to this guy that we just found. I forget his name, because they put him together for a reason. So let's talk to the wizard.
Okay. But I still say if this guy, like, if he's a body jumper, he doesn't have a main body to jump into. Isn't that like killing the master vampire? I mean, aren't we good at that point?
That is the core of the mission.
And shouldn't we focus on that? Isn't that what you're always saying, Johnstone?
Gathering additional intel before executing the end of the mission is never a bad thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely need to go find out what the wizard's up to.
All right.
All right. Similar kind of cell door death. It seems to be hooked up to the regular network. You can just open this one up, John.
Don't turn off the power dampeners, though.
Oh, I break free my cuffs, by the way.
Yeah, you don't need those. You can get out of
You
this.
slide open the door and you see Newt Skinkman, the wizard, as he is known. He's about a 5'6", 5'7" guy who wears a costume that makes it look like he's got a wizard. He's inside the mouth. Got a tail on it.
Oh, I love this guy.
Yeah, me too.
Newt Skinkman, I presume.
Yeah, it's the wizard. Thank you very much.
Wait, how long you been in this cell?
6 months, 14 days, 18 hours, 7 minutes.
And you're still in the costume.
Yeah.
What do you know about the guy next door?
I don't know. They visit him a lot.
Who's
Every
they?
day.
Who's they?
I can't see out my door. I don't know. I can't use my magic, so I don't know.
Have you heard, did you hear what they sounded like? Is it, you said they, is it one person? Is it a group of people?
I think it's one. I don't know. There's these weird spots where I don't remember anything. Like every few days.
Wait, you have
think
gaps
we're good.
every few days, or every few days you stop remembering?
Every few days. It's just like some time. I mean, I count every minute and every second all the time. I do that. It's important to me. Just like, you know, when I go into a room, I have to turn the lights off and on 4 times, so I'm always counting exactly what time it is, and I'm missing minutes.
Missing minutes, because maybe a telepath wiped his mind so he wouldn't remember who came to visit him?
I would do it.
Maybe. I mean, telepaths, some can do that, depending on how powerful they are.
Or
Not
he's
necessarily.
controlling him in those minutes.
Also a possibility.
Huh. Why do you think you're in this cell?
Oh wait, I got caught.
Doing what?
Well, I was just trying to do a magic trick.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of trick?
Well, I wanted to make a bunch of people disappear so I could take all the money in the bank.
That's a good plan! Why do I think that?
Make them disappear how?
With magic! Wizard!
Like literally disappear, or like
Why are we still
dead?
Guys, we should go. We should really go.
The fish guy wants him for a reason.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. You're gonna scare him. That's fine. Yes, the fish guy wants him for a reason. Why does fish want you?
I stole from him.
Aha, what'd you steal?
Just a book.
Can you get it back?
Well, no, I used the book.
And that's how you learned the magic?
Yeah,
What, the book was a book of magic?
that's right. Wizard!
Yep.
You guys are so slow.
Where's the book?
So he's lizard wizard because he is a wizard and
Well, yeah, I was
dresses
just a stage
and
magician
dresses
before, but now I'm the
like
lizard
a
wizard.
lizard. Oh my god. Okay. L-Dub, we are in a super hurry. So we're gonna go finish up our business next door. Okay?
Can I leave now? Is it okay if I go?
No.
It-
He wants you dead because you told his book. That's it? You sure?
Well, yeah, nobody steals from the fish.
Also, we're talking about like an arcane grimoire of probably unimaginable power. He's basically
Yeah.
an idiot bomb.
So like I said, where did you put the book?
Well, I read it and then it
Disappeared?
Yeah.
Classic magic book.
You know, it was written by Merlin.
What kind of things can you do?
Oh, all kinds of stuff. I'm a wizard. I do magic. And not like stage magic, not card tricks.
Can you miracle somebody who's mostly dead?
Mostly dead? Yeah, I can even make the dead ones stand up too.
Hold on. Could you pull somebody's soul back into their body like a reverse necromancy kind of thing?
Oh yeah, no problem.
All right, I want to make you a deal.
I'm listening.
Okay? So this guy, Willie the Fish, he wants you dead, right?
Yep.
And he sent us to kill you.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
But we're not here for that. We're here for a completely different reason.
Oh, good. I always liked you ever since I saw you fight Tony Express.
Oh, really? You saw that?
Oh, it
Why
was
do I
great.
remember that? Why do I think that's cool? It wasn't cool. This
I
guy got his
hated that
ass-
guy.
Me too. God, I'm so glad he's dead. Why do I care about that? Okay,
So if you can do a favor for us, we can forget our obligation to the fish.
oh,
That sounds great.
Perhaps. We'll figure out something.
but you have to promise to just completely disappear.
Oh, okay, I can do that. I'll leave. I'll be gone.
Okay.
I understand the most important part of a magic trick is reappearing, but it's very important you do not do any prestige nonsense.
Also, you can never wear that outfit again.
Yeah.
You can wear it under an illusion of some kind to make it look like you're not a fucking
That's a
freak.
really good idea. Why didn't I think of that?
Because you're a fucking freak. Okay, just.
So the good thing is he wanted to kill you. He didn't say what kind of evidence he needed. So we'll do something to fake your death, take him back some stuff.
I got that.
And then you just disappear forever.
I just turn into him and then you melt me.
Fair enough. We'll record it. We'll send it to him. We'll
Right.
take him some of your clothes, and we'll say, "Hey, this is our evidence." There
Not
you
my
go.
lizard costume.
Yes, your lizard costume. You're not the lizard wizard anymore. You're not even Newt Skinkman anymore.
But
There is no buts. You want to die? Because you will.
no.
Either we'll do it or he'll do it.
Okay.
You don't want to. I mean, he'll come after you.
I know.
I hear he can't die. So,
He can't.
whatever.
No, really. I tried. I tried to use magic.
Okay. So, I'm making a deal with you.
What do I gotta do? Besides disappear?
The guy in the next cell,
Yeah.
all you got to do is suck his soul back into his body. Just call it home.
Okay.
Cool.
But I can't do it in here because the...
Nope, we're going to step out in the hallway.
Great.
And I'm going to attach a bomb to you in case you try to disappear. But as soon as you're done, I'm going to take it off you and I'm never going to see you again. Cool?
Okay. Yeah. I can do that.
Do I have your word, lizard wizard?
I swear on my tail.
Swear on your magic.
Okay, I swear on my magic, but I like my tail more.
Yeah, but I'm making you get rid of that, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we bring him over to the cell.
So just make his soul go back into his body?
Just call it home.
Okay. He just starts making this really obnoxious noise, pointing his hands.
Paul, professional scientific opinion.
Mhm.
Is he pooping?
He is. Actually, I probably a little bit.
It looks like he's pooping.
I mean, it is not actually an uncommon
s-
part of some rituals.
Then you see on the heart monitor, the pulse begins to increase.
Let's get that. Let's wait for that brain activity to pick up.
Yeah, and the little monitor starts showing activity. The eyelids and the body start to flicker and flutter just a little bit. And breathing becomes a little more rapid. It's not that really slow. And then the eyes crack open.
Skink. Bye.
Bomb.
Yeah, got it.
Hold on. Give me your outfit.
Oh, wait, I forgot. Okay. He's wearing boxers with hearts on them underneath. And,
This is
That's
This is a super good deal. It is. I promise.
okay.
And you're not in prison anymore.
Maybe
Also
be
not
a
dead.
wizard.
Now you.
I
Can
thought
be-
it was a really smart
Have you
name.
thought
because
about,
they
like-
rhyme, you know,
Right.
wizard and wizard.
But you could just as easily be the gizzard wizard. And have more of a fried chicken theme. I don't know, man. Just
I like fried
get
chicken.
the fuck out of here, please.
Okay, bye. And he disappears
Yeah.
in a puff of smoke.
I'm feeling really bad about not killing that guy right now. I just want you to know.
Yeah, well.
Meanwhile, LoJack on the table, his eyes begin to open up. Still no wispy outline of a pilot around him. He leans his head up and has a look of shock and alarm on his face.
No, powers are still off, buddy. Sorry.
You two again.
I know, we keep showing up in the weirdest spots.
Who are you?
Nobody. That's why we're here.
Metapilots, but I don't recognize either of you.
No shit.
You must not be that important.
No, we're really not.
No, not.
Who are you?
Someone who you keep getting in the way of.
That's true.
And since I can't have any no accounts who aren't even a footnote in history interfering in my plans,
I should warn you, we're a bit like cockroaches.
And my.
So- how exactly did you get here to find me? I'm curious.
Yeah, that's none of your business.
We're gonna talk.
Why, so you could go and get the guy who double-crossed you? It was the fish.
Oh, I don't think you understand. I mean, here in this shithole of a dimension.
Oh, we've just been following you. You leave a trail of bodies everywhere you go, dude.
Necessary.
I'm begging to differ, and so are the powers that be. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here at all. We only mess with the stuff that matters, and you're messing up some things that matter, so here we are.
I'm only saving your entire timeline. Thank you.
In what way? Because that doesn't make any sense. Our timeline should be perfectly stable after everything that's happened. You're trying to undo something. What? Who? Who are you trying to undo?
You wouldn't know what I was talking about if I mentioned it. At this time period, no one has encountered them yet.
I'm not from this time period.
Try us.
Galvanic Collective mean anything to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been kicking their butts for the better part of a year and a half.
Yeah, that doesn't work out.
No, we understand it's an uphill battle.
No, that doesn't work out. Like,
What do you think has been going on?
Yeah,
you're in my past.
okay.
It doesn't work.
So you're going and changing your past?
Not exactly. It's a lot more complicated than that, but yes.
Where is his pilot aura is just not there. You're not a pilot?
No. I couldn't go past when Prime swaps if I was a pilot, and Prime has swapped 15,000 times. Maybe more.
So some kind of avatar, but with a really long lifespan.
You're like a mutant or something.
No.
Olympian, maybe?
Everything comes from something. It's all created, and when it's destroyed, it becomes something else.
Right. Matter.
Yeah.
Right, got it.
This is the same
It's like the
across.
principle of my entire species. So
This is the same across all dimensions and across all time. I'm simply going back through when I existed, before I existed.
Paul, what do you make of this?
It reminds one of, ironically enough, Merlin. Traveling backwards through time.
Gotta kill him too.
what? Why is he also you? Are you
No.
Merlin?
Yes and no. I'm a lot of people. It's when I'm different people at different
So you
times.
do die, but you reincarnate with all your memories?
No, I'm going backwards, not forwards. You
You're going
have to
backwards,
understand.
killing
Like-
everybody?
Like Doctor Who? I don't even know if that's a thing, honestly. I don't watch much British TV.
Somewhere in the metaverse.
Look, I am going backwards to make sure things don't happen. Things like a galvanic collective.
But there are things that did happen. You can't just go back and willy-nilly change the main timeline.
Yes, I can.
Not with the Masters involved. They'll do a lot worse than just kill you. You know that, right?
Oh, I have to kill most of them too.
You...
So your
You
solution
can't
to
do
fix
that.
everything is
Oh
to
yes,
kill
I can.
everybody.
They're me.
No, you can't do that. How?
I've already killed at least 24 groups of Masters of the Metaverse.
That can't be right.
They're just later, not now.
See, like... I mean, this is some, like, wacky cosmic supervillain shit, right?
Paul?
Do we...
You realize you're just a wacky cosmic supervillain, right?
I'm trying to undo wacky cosmic supervillain stuff.
So,
No. You're essentially Kang the Conqueror.
No, that's them.
John.
No, that's literally you.
John amongst. Paul, what do you...
so when you were asking why you kept running into us, you're not talking about the experiences we've had already. You're talking about things in the future, correct?
Because you can only go backwards.
Yes.
So you have no idea what we already did to you. That's why you're talking to us. That makes sense.
So this is going to keep happening.
Well,
Wonderful.
you'll see us around until you stop.
Ideally, then I'll see nothing.
That's not how it worked out. Or works out, I guess, for you.
Eventually it will. I'm a lot
Oh,
of different
boy.
people in a lot of different times.
You can't die.
Well, I did a lot. In fact, I killed me a lot. A lot.
Is that what you're just killing you, aren't you?
Every little bit, all the way back.
Every
It
piece.
kind of expands. The more you go back, the more you gotta kill.
Family trees do work like that.
Matter is even worse, and energy even more so.
Pardon me for a moment. Paul, what do you think the odds are that all of his time hopping and persona shifting and sharing it just addled his brain? He's complete out of his mind.
There's a chance, but his actions betray a lot of intelligence.
Yeah, he's not nuthouse crazy. He's
He has a
Hitler
plan.
crazy.
Yeah.
Gotta kill him too.
Already did it.
All of them?
No, but boy, that would be fun.
For a while it is, and then, it just gets a little monotonous.
I got in so much trouble for killing Hitler.
Yeah.
Like, so much trouble.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for doing one for me, I guess.
I mean, I'd love to help you out, but you're doing a lot of murders throughout the multiverse at this point.
Well, I'm in a lot of places.
What is your conception of self?
When?
Right.
Right now. Right this moment.
Broadly
right now.
speaking.
Right now, I'm roughly 6,000 or 7,000 individuals in various dimensions.
Let me ask you this: how'd you end up
So
in a
you-
coma in this cell?
So you are the Galvanic Collective?
No.
But you're doing exactly the same thing they do, but backwards?
I am making sure they don't get to do what they're going to do.
They strip natural resources from planets and steal them, and then
Yes,
until
that's-
that planet dies.
But that's just part of a process.
You're
That's not
going
what they're-
you're going
they're
through
expanding.
history and destroying people who are important to history until time dies.
I'm
It's-
destroying people who eventually will make the Galvanic Collective.
So, how
So
did you
they
get
were
captured
people?
and put in a cell?
Everything is energy.
Wait, who is powerful enough to stop you, capture you, put you in a cell, and keep you in a coma?
Oh no, I jumped to this place because I needed to kill some people, and this individual is, well, part of me is this individual. And,
But you didn't intend to be in a coma in a cell.
well, no, one of their little warlords came in and I stole his body, and I needed to keep somebody in the prison.
How many of you do we need to kill then? I hate to be so blunt.
It doesn't work that way with me.
How does it work then?
Like I said, there are lots of me. I just gotta go to each individual one and get rid of them all.
So
It takes
really,
time.
like if we kill
Oh,
you
I-
here, it won't make any difference.
Well, if you're killing me, it will help. You
So
I approve of it. If you can find all the me's and kill them, that's
So who
great.
is the very first you?
Very first, I don't know yet. I'm still going that way.
Oh, great. This is like Galvanic Collective plus Tom divided by asshole. No, thank you.
No, Tom, now that's an interesting history subject.
Mm-hmm.
So can we just
Yeah.
go?
That's actually the catalyst. When they get Tom, then it's over.
Yeah, Tom. and I used
Well,
to be
that
roommates.
already happened, and you can't go backwards from that. I'm sorry.
Oh no, when the Galvanic Collective get Tom, that's when it's over. That's like 25 or 30,000 years from now-ish, depending upon where you're at and which dimension and which timeline.
Oh man, I fucking hate time travel.
Mhm.
Tell me about it.
It's just stupid. So we're helping you if we kill you?
You would be helping me.
Great, you're welcome. I'm stabbing him right in the neck.
Perfect. No fighting roll required because he's not resisting. You stab him right in the neck. That does, however, trigger something, as wired into his body was a thermonuclear device which detonates, and the three of you find yourself back in your metapods.
Yeah, that went about how I thought it would.
Okay.
The connection instantaneously severed, and the skull, Samtex, Humongous, and probably quite a few other individuals very dead, and a crater. And
All
that's
right.
it.
Well then, that was jolting.
Yeah, that ended pretty much exactly how I thought it would. Lots of
The ship
plans,
is-
this one.
Mostly empty, though you can hear voices coming from the cargo bay.
Why are there voices in the cargo bay? Who is in the cargo bay?
I don't
It sounds
know.
like you hear Vector's voice back there.
They're having a party without us, aren't
Oh,
they?
and you hear Reese too. Yeah, they are laughing.
They are having a party without us, son of a...
Getting back into the cargo bay, you see a table has been set up. Reese, Pierce, and Vector seemingly are teaching Tom to play poker.
How's Reese holding a hand?
It's got a little.
Yeah, they're all one finger. Magnetic metal cards.
Sure.
And they seem to be drinking from Reese's moonshine stash that...
Oh, hey guys, thanks for the invite.
They're back!
Hey, we have a really big problem.
They're teaching me to play poker.
We have two really big problems.
I learned to bluff.
No, you didn't.
That's why I keep losing.
Is anyone else not in this room?
The new guy, still presumably in the backpack,
Yeah,
and
guy
no
is
Princess Hedgehog.
No Princess Hedgehog? She's not
Well,
here?
she's not present for the poker game, it looks like.
She's probably moonlighting down in Harem World as well. Place is so gross. Okay. Yeah, big problem. We
Yeah.
probably need to talk about it.
Yeah.
All right. And hey, everybody, that's our show. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you check out Zoe Game Night. Check up on some of the past episodes if you haven't caught them yet. There might be some foreshadowing, and you can start putting pieces together of the puzzle. Maybe not. But that was a lot. You might watch it 3 or 4 times to get everything if you want to find out all the stuff that's going on. We love you all, and we'll see you next time. We've got an all new place to go to with all new avatars and all new adventures next week. It's going to be a nice 3-part one, and that'll be the end of the season after those 3 episodes. And then we'll have another fun season in store for you after that. See you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.